What's up and welcome back. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, please think about doing it because I love you. And I want you to be here with me forever and ever. Um, this film, I believe, came out of Sundance. I saw some reviews for it. People were really excited. Got sold to Fox Searchlight, and Fox Searchlight decided it was going to be a March Hulu release. I've actually legitimately seen people try to talk about this film for Best Picture in 2024. It's not happening. I'm sorry, it's not. Those people are delusional. This is not a Best Picture contender. This is a film that, unfortunately, Searchlight is abandoning. I don't think it'll be void of any awards during the season, though. I think this is possible that critics lists and stuff may have it on there. It's not going to make it to the Oscars. Good luck to you. Leo Grande did not make it to the Oscars, and that was a June release, and it had a lot more push behind it than I think Rye Lane is going to get. So, this does have audio description on Hulu, and I'm a blind film critic, so yay! That's exciting. I was really excited. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god, it's something on Hulu with audio description. I'm so happy. I didn't really know much what this was going to be about. It's got a tight runtime. It's got that sweet runtime. It's got like an hour and 23 minutes. Oh my god. It's like one of those like blessings in disguise where you're like, oh, I can actually achieve this film in one day. For sure. You know, in a world where John Wick keeps getting longer and longer, we've still got films like Rye Lane that remind you can still watch a film in under 90 minutes, and it can be good. It's a pretty simple concept. This is just sort of like the 2023 version of Before Sunrise. That's it. That's what this is. It feels very of the period. Back in the day, Linklater was capturing sort of a different atmosphere that was happening in cinema when he, brought Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy together for Before Sunrise. And that became sort of its own little hit and spawned 2 sequels. I don't know why, but it did. I don't think we'll get sequels to Rye Lane, but maybe we will. Maybe they'll be named after different kinds of bread. But this film is essentially a man goes and cries in a bathroom, which is a unisex bathroom, and there's a woman in the stall, and she can hear him crying, and she feels bad for him, and she looks down, and apparently he is wearing the most obvious shoes on the face of the planet. And I was thinking about this because one of my friends, I was just talking with him the other day because I guess he was wearing these shoes that everybody else was noticing because they were like bright orange. And immediately I was like, I just was talking to my friend who was wearing bright orange shoes, and I was like, I feel like this would be his movie that day. Like, that could have been the day of his life where he goes and cries and somebody sees his orange shoes under the stall. And his life changes simply because he wore like the shoes that only one person could possibly be wearing. Like no one else is wearing those shoes, and they stand out immediately. So afterwards, because he doesn't really know who's in the stall, he's just crying, and he leaves, and then she leaves, and later on, she sees the shoes, and so she sees him. And so she approaches him without telling him who she is, and starts to learn a little bit about his life and learn who he is. And of course, he's not going to be like, yeah, I was just crying in the bathroom. So he tries to put on a brave face about his life. And, they learn more and more about each other, and they kind of go on an adventure. They kind of go out on a day and have this day, and this poor guy Dom has really gotten a tough break in life when all things are considered. We learned that he was in there crying because his girlfriend's sleeping with his best friend, And that's, that's not cool. And now he's off to like a meeting to try to clear the air, so to speak, between, I don't know what air needs to be cleared. I was sort of on the same side as the girl. I was like, what? Why are you going to clear the air? Fuck them. Screw them. Leave them. Get them. Drop them. Go do something else with your time. But no, Dom's like, yeah, I gotta clear the air. We gotta figure this out. I want to know. I want to know why. So so after spending some time together, Dom parts ways and goes off and tries to figure out his life. And then the rest of the day just kind of becomes about these two continuing to intersect, because she, I think, really thinks that she can make a positive influence on his life. Then we learn more about her. We learn more about maybe why she's trying to dodge things in her life. And maybe her life isn't so perfect. Maybe she speaks a little bit from experience and she's been in similar situations. And the two of them kind of sort of help each other throughout the day. It moves really fast. It presents itself right up front. I mean, he's in the bathroom within the first, I don't know, 2 minutes of the film. So it pretty much opens in the bathroom. It's pretty close to that. So yeah, we get there pretty quickly, and the plot moves pretty quickly, and just kind of continues their journey throughout somewhere in England. I don't want to just always assume everything's in London, but it's a British film, so that's where it is. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. I didn't immediately feel the need to throw an Oscar at it. I can tell you that. But for what it was, I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it a little bit more than Before Sunset, which I find to be kind of sleepy. Before Sunrise, whichever one, all of them. I enjoyed it better than anything in the Linklater trilogy of time. Various times of the day. And for a film whose cast I'm completely unfamiliar with, I thought it was interesting. The guy playing Eric, I love how incredibly stupid he is. I mean, it's just such a great comparison. This ex-girlfriend is just trying to sit there and justify why she chose him, and he's my favorite moment of the film, which is I'm not going to ruin it, but my favorite moment of the film is when this former best friend Eric is describing why he got fired from his recent job. It's brilliant, but it's also the dumbest fucking thing. It's so stupid. He doesn't even see he doesn't even understand how stupid he is, and I love it. I'm like, there have to be people out there that are real, that are like this, that's what they are. Like, how does this guy function? Anyway, so that's him, and that was entertaining. And the film continues to be entertaining, and as they sort of move through their day, they keep sort of doing different things and challenging each other, and they each have growth, and they're pulling each other out of each other's doom and gloom. And it's just a fun film to watch. It's delightful. The audio description here is nice. The one thing that made this a little bit of a challenge for me is it's so British. I had a little bit of a hard time with some of the dialogue. Like, when they got going, it almost got into foreign language territory for me a couple times. With the accents and the very, very thick accents and the quick speaking and just a little bit, just a smidge. There were some things where I was like, and they like to be in clubs and bars where the scenes are loud. And yeah, I'm going to say I didn't understand every single word of dialogue in this film. I don't know that I needed to. The general gist of the film, I got it. I picked up on these characters. I picked up on their growth. They have the chemistry together. It's a well-written indie film. I understand why it got picked up at Sundance. I understand why it's on Hulu. I don't know. This film probably never would have gotten a wide release. I don't know how much attention this film would have gotten had it been released. Even in limited release, it would have needed stellar reviews to pick up that art house audience. And even then, I think it caps at a certain place. I don't think it has that wide appeal. I think putting it on Hulu and letting people casually discover it at their own pace is probably the best way to go. So I'm here to kind of help move that along by saying, yeah, you should check this out. Especially considering it does have audio description and it was well done. And yes, it's British audio description because everybody in this film is British. So, they didn't hire an American to describe a British film. It would be weird. So that's Rye Lane. And I appreciate it. I think people will enjoy it. I think people of this generation will enjoy it. It feels like feels a little bit like you've seen it, like you've been there, done that, but not recently. Like an updated version. Be like if somebody could figure out a way how to make American Pie, but for 2023. It would look totally different because there are things that were like culturally acceptable in American Pie's time period that would not be today. So they'd have to figure out a different way to go about it. And Rye Lane represents the 2020s as much as Before Sunrise represented the 1990s. So there you go. I'm going to give Rye Lane a B+. I still have yet this year to feel like there's a film that I feel so compelled that I have to give it an A- or an A, which is odd. Because by this point I already had last year as of April. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Keep subscribing so I can keep talking about films that have audio description, my blind perspective, and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to bring more attention to audio description and get more audio description out there for the community. And I have a website, imovieguy.com. You can go to the audio description project, adp.acb.org. It'll let you know what is audio description, where you can watch it. And you can go to the ADNA.org and see who is describing your favorite films and television series. That's it for me today. I will review something else for you guys and see you on the other side.